Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole Lauren, a wedding photographer and attorney. Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite applications to use in my business, Flodesk. So this is the application that I use in my email marketing. I've tried ConvertKit in the past and I did not like it. So this is an honest opinion of Flodesk. I do have an affiliate code for you down in the description. You can use my link to get 50% off your first year of Flodesk. But other than that, I'm not sponsored by them in any way and I'm not making income from this video itself. So this really is an honest opinion from one wedding photographer to another. And even if you're not a wedding photographer and you're wanting to use email marketing in your business, Flodesk is a great way to get started. I think Flodesk is super user-friendly and also really beautiful. Something that I feel like ConvertKit really lacked was the user-friendly abilities and also the beautiful nature of creating emails. I feel like ConvertKit probably ranks pretty well on other functionalities, but for me and just trying to get started with email marketing only just last year, I felt like Flodesk was the way to go and I have not looked back since. It's been so good. Flodesk itself costs about $20 per month if you're on this 50% deal. So I'm going to give you a brief overview of pretty much everything. It's not going to be super in-depth or technical, but I'm just going to show you the main ways that I use Flodesk in my business, so hopefully it's helpful for you in yours. All right, let's get to it. When you log into Flodesk, the first thing that you see is all your emails that you've ever sent out. So this is a peek into all the emails that I'm currently sending, that are scheduled to be sent and have been sent before. The really nice thing is that you can look at analytics right off the bat here at the very start, which I think is really nice. There's also a whole other section for analytics that they just launched recently, and I have not dived super deep into that yet, so we're not going to cover that in the video today, but if you want another video including that, be sure to put that down in the comments below. The first thing that I want to show you here in Flodesk is Forms though. Forms is a great way to get started with growing your email list. So Forms essentially is like a landing page of sorts to be able to get people onto your email list. So ideally you're going to want to have a lead magnet or a freebie that's really enticing and offering a lot of value to your potential clients that makes them want to give you their email address in exchange for a valuable PDF, an audio training, a video training, or something like that. Now, if you're a wedding photographer and you're looking for lead magnet ideas, or you just want something that's done for you that you can just use a template for, you're in luck. I have a video all about lead magnets for photographers, and I'll leave a link up here for that. I'll also leave a link down in the description below for my lead magnet template pack for photographers that you can get right now and implement in minutes in your business. That makes it super easy to start with lead magnets. But once you have your lead magnet, this is where you're going to want to go next. You're going to want to have a spot in Flodesk where people can go to get that lead magnet. And so all your marketing efforts are going to be targeted toward that link. Now let's walk through one of my forms in Flodesk so I can show you the behind the scenes of how it works. So this is my full-time photographer's playbook. Now this is something that you can get as well. It's my 30-page PDF guide on how to go full-time in your photography business. This is my exact roadmap. I walk through pricing, strategies for marketing, everything that you need to know literally is in here. So if you want that, you can go over to NicoleLaurenPhotography.com/playbook. I'll leave that linked below as well. Now you might be thinking, Nicole, your playbook is not very successful. You only have 0 opt-ins. No, so I don't, but I have 51 opt-ins actually, and I just launched this freebie. So that's actually, I'm really impressed by that. I actually had not seen that yet. But this is my inline version, and this is the full page version. And nobody is directed to the full page version because I actually have a full page on my website. It's actually hosted directly on my website, and this is just embedded into the page. So let me show you what exactly I mean, just so you can get a good idea of what I'm talking about, because that might be really confusing. So let's go over to NicoleLaurenPhotography.com/playbook. So on Showit is the application that I use for my website hosting. If you want a Showit tutorial, let me know in the comments below and I'll make one for you. But Showit is basically the best. It's literally so good. And I have a whole page on Showit that's dedicated to this freebie alone. And I've created a whole page directly on Showit, not on Thrivecart. But this little box you'll notice right here is identical to the thing that I have on Flodesk. And so the way that I got that there is there's embed code from Flodesk. So I created that box on Flodesk, copied the embed code and put that directly onto my site so that people can get directly onto my email list without having to go through several different steps. I love that so much. I think it's a great option, but here's a little overview of the rest of the page. Okay, let's get back to the form. So let's just say you want to make a basic form. Let's keep it simple. KISS, keep it simple, stupid, right? So I'm not calling you stupid. Don't tell anyone else I said that. Okay. All right, so let's go into edit this full page. This is what people are gonna see when they click to this form, and I wanna make sure it's really nice and matches my brand colors, has great variety and typography and things like that, and a great eye-catching photo. But this is all customizable, so it's really, really nice. You can put different fonts, different sizes, different colors, align it in different ways, make it all caps, spacing. There's so many different fonts you can choose from, which is great too. And you can actually add different fields that they can choose from, which is really nice. And this is actually a template that I used. This is directly on Flodesk. I just customized a template, so that's really nice too. You don't have to start from scratch. And then of course I make sure the button has the right color and change the style of that too. And with that, I can decide if I want to do a double opt-in. So double opt-in is asking them twice whether or not they want to be on the list. I say no to that, and then I continue, and then if I want them to notify me when people subscribe, or if I don't want them to notify me. I like getting notifications like that. I think that's fun. I like getting notifications like this if someone signs up for my email list or if they purchase something from my shop. I enjoy getting notified of that. So that's a personal preference. The next thing that you can decide is whether you want to display a success message or redirect them to a different URL. I just have a simple success message displayed. And then if I want to share my form, this is how I do it. So this is the link that I would copy. I would share this link everywhere I possibly can, talk about it on my Instagram stories, talk about it on my Instagram posts, Facebook, blogs, literally everywhere, shout it from the rooftops, on YouTube, like literally everywhere, and put that so that people can access the form and sign up for my email list. Okay, let's go back and we're going to talk about workflows because that's the next step. So let's say you've got your freebie or your lead magnet set up, then you have the form so that people can access that lead magnet and sign up for your email list. But you might be wondering, how are they actually getting the lead magnet after they sign up? Well, that is where workflows comes in. So workflows is basically the process, the journey, if you will, that your clients go through after they sign up through a form. So let's take my full-time playbook delivery workflow and see the behind the scenes of it so I can show you exactly what goes down after someone signs up for the Full-Time Photographer's Playbook PDF. All right, so let's click edit here. And every time you edit, you have to pause the workflow because if it's published, you can't work on it while it's still published. So I have to pause the workflow. So this is where it gets really fun. You can start segmenting your clients and customers based on how they entered your list. So for me, I want to know that if someone signed up through the Full-Time Photographer's Playbook freebie form, wow, that was a mouthful, but if they sign up for that form, I want to know that. So I'm going to make sure that they're tagged with a specific tag as soon as they sign up in that form. So the tag that I've chosen is the Full-Time Playbook freebie, and that's a blue little tag. Now you can make a new one if you want. You can say PDF freebie, and you can create it, and you can create PDF freebie and it'll assign it a color. But for this freebie, this is what I've decided they be added to. Now the next part of the workflow is that they get sent an email. It's a welcome email and it includes that free PDF download. So let's just take a look at it. This is something that I've created in Flodesk and it's really fun. It's just like a nice little email. It has a photo, it has the link to actually download the guide in it, and it has next steps for them to take, like following along on Instagram and checking out an upcoming course idea that I have, which I think is awesome. The next thing that happens after they get that email is they're added to another segment called Onboarding. And then after they get added to Onboarding, they're gonna exit this specific workflow. So let me publish this workflow and then show you exactly what I mean by onboarding. So depending on how many different target audiences you have in your business, for instance, I have two main target audiences. One is for creative business owners, one is for potential brides for wedding photography. So I have two separate nurture sequences. Now, nurture sequences are email sequences that are typically 3 to 5 emails long, maybe even longer than that are just walking people through getting to know you, introducing yourself, hearing part of your story, hearing reviews from past clients, anything like that. So if you want to walk through on what all is in my nurture email sequence, that can definitely be another video. Definitely leave a comment down below if you'd like to see that. But I have I think it's a 5 email nurture sequence for each of my ideal clients. So one for the brides, one for the creatives. So after they get delivered that free PDF, and I have several freebies, so it's funneled, all my freebies are funneled into this onboarding workflow. So let me show you what that is. So my nurture funnel is what I send all of my creative business owners that go onto my email list through. So here's how I have it set up. I have it set up that if a subscriber is added to onboarding, attendee, creative, or photographer, those are all just different segments in my email list, then they go through this nurture funnel. I have a condition in here set up so that they do not go through the nurture funnel more than once. This is really important. So my condition here is saying that when someone is in the nurture complete segment, they are immediately removed from this workflow and they don't go through the workflow again. So what that means is at the very bottom, let me just skip ahead, after they've gone through this whole nurture sequence, each of the subscribers gets a nurture complete tag. Now you can make this whatever tag you want. This is just how I have it set up in my business. But this is a way for me to know if this creative has been through the nurture sequence or not. So if they have, I don't want to send them through it again. So I have this condition set up at the very beginning of the workflow that when someone is in the nurture complete tag, they do not go through the workflow again. This is very, very helpful. And then after that, I have them wait 1 day before they send the next email, because typically they're getting that first email with the freebie that first day, and I don't want to send them 2 emails in 1 day. So I wait 1 day, and then I send them an intro email, I wait another day, I send them a funny anecdotal story about my story and how I started my photography business in law school and how my story is very unconventional. Then I wait 3 days, and then I talk to them a little bit about how to grow their business and avoid my same mistakes. I wait 2 days, and then I talk about my Amazon business essentials. I wait 3 days, and then I share another anecdotal funny story about how I quit my job and went full-time in my business. So it's about 5 emails, and they're really personal to me. I'm not asking for any sales. I'm just getting them acquainted with who I am and sharing value to them. And then after they get through that sequence, I remove them from that onboarding tag, and again, like I said, I add them to that nurture complete tag so that I know that they've been through this workflow. So that's a little overview of forms and workflows in Flodesk.